Hey y'all, it's Zale, and today I'm playing Rogue Trader, Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader specifically. I've had my eye on this game for a little while, mostly because I'm a big fan of the Shadowrun games. Even before they were this style, I liked the Shadowrun game on the Xbox, the shooter. I don't know if you ever played that. It's a good game. Um, anyway, then I liked the Shadowrun games that are more the tactic style. So this one's been of interest to me for a little while. I'm not very familiar with the lore of Warhammer 40,000. The only 40,000 thing I've really played is Spacemarine 2, which is another great game. But I went to that because I liked Helldivers and I wanted to just kill hordes of bugs. But it's really good. Like, the lore of the universe has been dragging me in as well. I'm a little familiar with fantasy through, oh my gosh, Total War, Warhammer, all of them, 1, 2, and 3. Some great games. I play those all the time. Mostly for the grand strategy and fantasy. It wasn't necessarily because it was Warhammer, but I've been kind of falling in love with it over time. Anyway, yeah, so this is going to be kind of a blind, never seen anything really about this game. 40k noob playthrough, probably not the whole thing. I'm just going to test the waters, do the intro, the prologue for now, and if there's interest and I think that it could be worth it to record the whole thing, then I can. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Let's go ahead and jump in without any more preamble. New game. I do have the DLC. I got the deluxe edition, all the bells and whistles, because it was on sale. So I should have all the cool stuff, including Void Shadows. Difficulty, we're just gonna do normal. I'm not gonna adjust any of this. I want it to just be, I'm assuming this is like, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that now, but that sounds interesting for a future playthrough. Anyway, just gonna play completely normal mode. Some pre-made characters. I'm gonna make a custom character for sure.
You didn't stand a chance.
Okay, appearance. I'll probably cut me just sifting through the appearances for a little while. So I'll see y'all again in like 30 minutes for me, but like 30 seconds for you. Less than that. I don't even know why I said 30 seconds. Bye. So went with this portrait because I look like this. I'm imagining this as like what my character sees himself as, or maybe like his plans for himself in the future. You know, in his mind's eye, this is the badass he is. But for now, he actually looks like this. Yeah, tattoos. I got a sleeve on the left and this dagger one on the right. Mortis. And then a back tattoo. Augmentations, I went for these face ones. This one combined with the nose one. I didn't want anything that was too kind of in the way of my character's face. Just augmentations, not anything crazy.
To arms!
And a pragmatic male voice. So next, Homeworld. Death World. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms. What is that word? Inimical? That's a new one. To human life. Whilst exceptionally difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence on a planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. So we get Survival Instinct. Okay, so you get temporary HP when you are about to die, once per combat. That's not bad per combat. A bonus to strength, toughness, agility, and reduction to intelligence and fellowship, which I'm going to take for fellowship as charisma, persuasion, coercion, karma. Yep, charisma. Okay. And then talents, the features will be available after. So those are like, you can pick these when you level up, I assume. More crit if they're bleeding or under half health. That's pretty good. More crit. Every injury, every trauma counts as 3 injuries. Okay. I don't exactly know what that means, but I take it the more damage you take, the stronger you get. So for minus tough bonus, less. Okay. So those things reduce your toughness, and these Death World people have it reduced less. Once per combat, You can ignore debilitating effects. Okay. And you gain temp HP. That's pretty good. So yeah, very tanky. Voidborn. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel or aboard an ancient orbital satellite. So people born in space. Got it. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering process of warp travel and living in low or zero gravity environments. In many cases, their features are drawn and their skin pallid. They may even have minor deformities or a strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. They get Fortune. Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry characteristics, or test with 20% chance of success. Any? Does not. I don't see a cooldown on that. Additionally, an enemy dodge or parry against a Voidborn character has 100% chance to fail after a successful roll. I'm already leaning towards Voidborn because I'm a very unlucky person, just in general. So being able to kind of re-roll my luck sounds like something I would be interested in. Sorry, adjusting the camera there. I was kind of clipping off the top of it. Hopefully it doesn't fall now. We get a bonus to Wisdom and Intelligence and a reduction to Strength. We get... Okay, 10% chance for a super crit. I like that. Upon non-damaging abilities, when you use stuff on allies, you give them your fortune, kind of. Okay. 20% chance of surviving lethal damage. I'm really leaning towards Voidborn right now. Leaning towards, yeah, whatever. Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds. All chances of all creatures are increased. And enemies are decreased. Okay. Anytime an ability or talent uses fellowship bonus, a Voidborn can instead use intelligence. So I like to play the charisma character, but I also don't like being dumb. I like to know kind of what my character to know what's going on in the world a little bit. I did the same thing on Disco Elysium. I went for, I forget what they were called, but it was like psychology and intelligence, and I basically had no physical or motorics. And just, yeah, in Baldur's Gate as well. In Baldur's Gate, I play a warlock because you can use your charisma to attack. So I can spend some points on intelligence because I'm not relying. I split my stats less. Anyway, Voidborn seems like the winner so far, but let's keep going. Hive World. A hive world's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities. Gargantuan cities bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hive worlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating heart of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies in vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Astra Militarum are raised from their massive populations as well. So I do know from Spacemarine, Astra Militarum is just basically space military. Strength in numbers. They gain fellowship bonus. Oh no, they gain a resolve based on their fellowship bonus if there's allies near them. Okay. But they suffer a penalty when there aren't. Ooh. They get a fellowship and agility bonus and a willpower reduction. Then they get... Oh, they can pass willpower using their fellowship instead. Okay. So this is like you want to go all in on fellowship. This is like the charisma guy, but instead of you use your charisma instead of willpower. Okay. A high world character has melee superiority against the enemy. The effect is increased by 10. If the enemy is melee superiority against them, the effect is decreased. Melee superiority is in melee combat if they're surrounded. Okay. So pack tactics kind of from D&D. Got it. All ranged weapons dealing physical damage are buffed. Okay, perfect. I like just gunning. Little Daka. I know Daka. I love orcs. If a Hive World character starts their turn adjacent to an ally character, that Hive World character gains mana. Okay. Hive World characters gain bonus to dodge against first attack opportunity every round. Okay. So they can reposition easier. Definitely like a commander type. You want to be around your allies. Forge World. Forge Worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus, entire planets ceded to the demands of a vast macro industries, each is a manufacturing super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different Forge Worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies they specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a Forge World's population is utilized as a labor force, while the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So these are the... Oh man. Servitors? No. They're the guys that are like basically more robot than man, and they're just workers. And in Space Marine, they help you pull your missiles, among other things. They also open the doors. You get intelligence. Oh wait, did I skip this? Yes, I did. Forge World characters choose one of the following: subsequent armor, so you get some armor bonuses; locomotion system for a dodge bonus; and analytic system for a crit chance bonus. Okay, that's cool. You can pick intelligence, toughness, reduction to fellowship, and you can get pinnacle of weaponry. The first attack with any plasma, melta, or power weapon deals bonus based on your intelligence. They gain a tough bonus against burning. While wearing heavy armor, they gain bonuses. So this is your big tanky melta. This is a salamander, right? I familiarized myself with the Space Marine chapters when I got into Space Marine 2. The salamander is like fire, I know that, and big hulking armor and weapons. Forge World characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence. Ah, okay. So they can also kind of do the Voidborn thing. Voidborn get any ability or talent that uses fellowship bonus. There's this intelligence instead. Any ability or talent. Whereas Forge World are persuasion, coercion, and commerce are based on intelligence. I'm still leaning towards Voidborn because of all the other like luck-based things they get. Imperial World is how long? 15 minutes already. Okay. Imperial World is one of a million planets united by the belief in the immortal God Emperor. Hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations, the inhabitants of countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the master of humanity and the Imperial Creed espoused by his servants. The designation Imperial World encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are nevertheless part of the Imperium. You get humanity's finest. Imperial World characters can select any characteristic and add +10. Oh, wow, okay. So this is a human. This is like your baseline human. You can add their bonus to whatever. They're well-rounded. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally, the resolve is increased. So you get more resolve. You get +10 to everything and resolve if you're hurt. Okay. If no other character has the same archetype as this character, the first archetype ability, I don't really understand that one, to be honest. Imperial World get extra crit chance and armor against Xenos or demonic. Yep, okay. Because they shield their minds to the heresy. And all allies excluding Xenos in the current party gain +5 of the same characteristics. So you want like a full human party for them. I kind of want to have Xenos in my party. I can tell you that already. I want to be palling around with some Eridar. I almost said elves, but I think pretty sure they're Eridar. And just stuff like that. The more interesting stuff, in my opinion. Maybe that's going to offend some people. I'm sorry, the humans are always the boring ones. Fortress worlds are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium, a charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier trained to fight from the moment they can handle a weapon. Never stop shooting. Each time a Fortress world character kills an enemy, they gain stacks. At the start of their turn, this is a chance their attack won't cost AP based on their number of stacks. Yeah, so just keep shooting. Perception and willpower and reduction of fellowship. Then we get a combat addict. +7 to ballistic skills, perception, willpower while in combat, but reduction to the talkie bits when they're out of combat. Gain bonuses against range attacks over time. Gain stacks that never stop shooting equal to half the damage. Okay. Fortress Worlds reload faster. Okay. And when all stacks never stop shooting be lost, they become half instead. Okay. Or no, they become half your willpower. Alright, anyway. Let's go Voidborn. I think I was already settled. Origin. Militarum Commander. Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. This is a lot to read. I knew it would be, but still, it's true. The Astra Militarum, commonly known as the Imperial Guard, is the primary fighting force for the Imperium and the first line of defense. From the myriad of threats, yes. Served as one of their commanders. Okay. Regimental tactics. Your allies deal more damage. Okay, so buff your allies. I get you. Buff to ballistic skills, perception, athletics, and Medicae. And then you can get up to more perception, more Medicae, and shooty stuff. Forgive me, I don't necessarily want to read through all these again. I think I understand what they're going for, though. Commissar has a different thing. At all costs, his next single shot or single target melee attack marks the target. Okay. Commissars of the Officio Perfectus are the ruthless officers charged with maintaining the morale, discipline, and fighting spirit of the Astra Militarum Regiment. You're one of these faithful servants to God Emperor, a living symbol of Imperial authority. Don't think I'm going with either of those two. Crime Lord. The Imperium survives and prospers in no small part due to the narrowness of its vision, but a rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. Dark paths of smugglers and renegades that wind behind the facade of the Imperium society offer a dangerous refuge for those unwilling to bow to the law. You used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. At the start of combat, the Crime Lord gains an int bonus stacks of Surefire Plan effect. Activation of this ability consumes stacks to give you a buff. If you attack, you do more damage. If you move more. Okay. That sounds like it would synergize well with my Voidborn if I'm going full intelligence, right? Be smart. Yeah, use intelligence. And then Crime Lord uses intelligence. This gives me weapon skill and perception, awareness and logic. Those all sound good to me. And then other stuff. Dodge. Yeah, okay. Ministorum Priest. The Ecclesiarchy, known formerly as the Adeptus Ministorum, is a vast institution that oversees the galaxy-spanning religion of the Imperium, the Ecclesiarchy's complex hierarchies of cardinals, missionaries, preachers, and zealous laity. I've never heard that word either. Ensure the prescribed prayers and invocations are made, all while instructing the masses to guard against heresy and deviancy. This gives you grant momentum, also grants WP bonus, momentum, willpower bonus for each enemy around that person. Okay. Navy officer is responsible for the fleets of warships that assert dominance of the Imperium amid the stars and fulfill other duties connected to the warp and to the void and warp travel. For one round, me and everyone around me get deflection. Okay. Agility, commerce, demolition. Noble. The nobility of the Imperium are enormously privileged and a powerful elite, a breed apart from the common masses they rule. You grew into adulthood upon a pedestal of affluence and grandeur that towered high above the common masses. Did it give me a monocle? It did give me a monocle. Lol. And a weird little creature on my shoulder. Ooh, it's spiky. I like it. Expected your obedience and lived upon the fruits of their toil, surrendered to family and solemn fealty. Well, I'm not picking this one. Just on principle. And I signed an ally as my servant. Yeah, we're not doing that. Sanctioned Psyker is a lot. Psychers are feared and distrusted, but are nonetheless valuable assets to the Imperium. The role of the Adeptus Astra Telepathica, interesting, is to recruit, identify, and classify those found to possess psychic abilities. The most powerful who somehow survive the rigorous sanctioning rituals are selected to serve on the battlefield. Mind of a sanctioned psyker is steeled against the manifold dangers risked by wielders of war powers. You were one of those. Okay. This is like the mage class, I feel like, and it looks, oh my goodness, there's a lot. Yep, we're not picking that one. Sorry to anyone who wanted to see me be a psyker. So I don't really care for being a psyker, a noble, or a priest. The military ones are okay. I think I'm gonna go crime lord, honestly. It synergizes with my voidborn thing to just give me buffs. Weapon skill and perception. I like the idea of having like a sword in one hand and a pistol in the other. That's what my pictures got too. And then awareness and logic are just, I like having those. So I think we know what we're getting. Crime lord. I'm a voidborn crime lord. A triumph. You managed to corrupt an entire star system and turn it to your personal den of thieves. Get a logic bonus. You stripped the Ecclesiarchy Cardinal of a priceless treasure that had been kept in one of the most secure sanctums in the Adeptus Medistorum. Lol. I stole a religious artifact. And I get Imperium lore for that. Or prevailed in a bloody shadow war against the void pirates of my sector. I like that one. Beat up some pirates, took over the area for myself. My darkest hour. An inauspicious deal with the wrong people resulted in the rise of a chaos cult and the horrific massacre of innocents. Persuasion reduction. You were arrested and thoroughly interrogated using creative and violent methods. Carouse reduction, which is ability to resist negative effects applied by poison, stimulators, or alcohol. Okay. And you turn your partners into the authorities and became known as a traitor. No, I'm not picking that one. I was arrested and thoroughly interrogated. Whoops. Archetypes. So these are the classes. So I pick one of these and it leads into one of these and then it leads into that. Okay. I think officer makes sense, right? If I'm doing intelligence instead of the fellowship. But I think for now I'm just going to go default soldier. This is the one thing I looked up beforehand because I knew it was going to be complicated and I didn't want to spend forever sitting here researching. My plan is either Arch Militant because it's about like switching weapons a lot. I read on the wiki, and Master Tactician I think was the other one. I forget now. I'll work it out as we get there. But for now, I'm just gonna go soldier because I want to shooty shoot. That's pretty much it. I just want to shooty shoot. Next. Since I want to shooty shoot, we're upping ballistic skill. We're going to up intelligence just because I want to. Perception just because I want to. Which is awareness? It's only awareness. But awareness, yeah, lets you see traps, hidden objects, secret passages. We want awareness. And willpower, I'm fine. Fellowship, I don't need. I have 5 more points to apply. An extra shooty shoot. Extra DACA. And last thing is the void ship. I have 2. Pretty sure. I'm gonna guess this is the default, and this is my like deluxe edition bonus one because it looks fancier. The modification of the sword class designed to deliver fire strikes. Okay. The Von Valancius flagship is the mightiest void ship belonging to the Von Valancius dynasty. Every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Its weapons and turrets deliver hard-hitting volleys with pinpoint accuracy. Its plasma drives are rugged yet reliable in extreme conditions. Flagship's size and maneuverability are perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting the countless pirates, Xenos, and heretics in the Cronus Expanse, which is a scattered, poorly explored region in the frontier of the Imperium, full of fearsome Xenos, treasured heathen worlds, and the echoes of ancient doom. Numerous Von Valancius rogue traders have acknowledged the acceptable performance of this vessel, and with a few minor updates, flagship has continued to faithfully serve the Von Valancius dynasty. Alright, and I can rename it. I'm gonna call it the Great Galaby. Galaby is a combination of two different dogs that I owned throughout my life, shoving their names together, and it sounds like the Great Gatsby. So, the Great Galaby. Next, edit name. We are Zale. Zale with the weapon skill. Skim this. Make sure I didn't make any weird mistakes. Voidborn crime lord who beat up some pirates and was interrogated. Okay, I think we got him. We are done finally after 30 minutes. My bad. My bad. Man, just a lot to read. Okay, I'm excited to dive in finally. Let's go. 100%. Press. Where's the any key? Just kidding. He's handing over a scroll to somebody. Okay. Don't know what's happening. Oh, I should get my cursor out of there. Oops, my bad. Okay. There I am.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Oh, thank God there's voice
One
acting.
has the best view of the cathedral from here.
Yeah, I understand.
Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Okay. First, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to read every single option, just the one that I pick, so bear with me for a minute. I can speed read a lot faster when I'm not doing it out loud. All this ostentatious luxury, this laughable pretense, it's enough to make one think that the architects meant to compensate rather than glorify.
An interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
Fair enough. You seem to attach much importance to words. Well, I have a fondness for names, and I have yet to hear yours.
My apologies. The statements you made were so intriguing that I forgot myself.
Oh, continue.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
What gear bows his head and focuses attention on you? A rogue trader is a subject of the Imperium with a unique and hereditary title. A rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what a rogue trader was before this. I'm gonna be honest, so that's helpful. Is my name Stubbs? I didn't see that anywhere. My name is Zale.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house
Am I? Okay.
in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you
Interesting.
one of the heirs of this dynasty.
Tell me about the one on whose ship I have found myself.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Lord Captain, that's a strange title for the Lady Theodora.
Such are the
Is
traditions
it? I don't
of the
really know,
Imperium.
but I'll say it.
Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the
Okay.
time when the first rogue traders entered the Gold
Sure.
Emperor's service. And therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Okay. You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Makes sense, makes sense. You say I'm one of the Rogue Trader's heirs, so there's another
There
one?
is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Why am I aboard this
So
vessel? Why
that
was I
you
brought
may
here?
fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had
You're gonna take my
before,
blood?
they are henceforth null and void. By
My
order
crime?
of the Lord
My
Captain,
crime is null and
you have
void?
been
Thank
requisitioned
God.
to serve the rogue trader. Indeed,
I mean, thank
blessed
the
by
God
the
Emperor.
Emperor.
My bad, my bad.
Your
Okay.
former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium, but from now on, a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord
Okay.
Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as
I
possible.
mean, it's not that hard. I assume you had a
But of
reason to come here
course,
and talk to
I
me.
have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine
Herself?
you have many questions for your patroness. Of
course I do.
I'm sure
Like who?
she has just as many questions for you.
Such as who?
It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Arduous indeed. I agree, I
The
agree.
Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the
a name.
observation platform. Let us join them there.
Lettuce. Lettuce is fine, I guess. Okay, move by clicking. Sure. I didn't read that top thing. Okay, it just told me my quests.
plan.
Can I move the camera? Yeah, with WASD. Perfect. Scroll wheel turns it. Okay. Can I talk to people, or is he gonna like get mad at me? Some objects in the game can interact with in a special way. They're marked with icons. Some allow you to study objects. Others will transfer the character to neighboring locations or launch a small event. Become visible when you're standing close enough. Click the button. Yes. Tab to highlight objects. Perfect. Show the data on the vid screen. Okay. Sure. Beep boop. What am I even looking at? Incomprehensible information. Oh. Incomprehensible information is displayed on a large screen above you. Make out references to unfamiliar systems and worlds. Sure. What about this data? Incomprehensible, blah blah blah. Okay. It's a sacred mechanism that interfere without due reverence. Is that me? Did I do that? My bad, bro. Lay people interfering in the operation of the sacred mechanism disturbs the machine spirits. In the name of the Omnissiah, refrain from any. Oh, they're mad at me. I just started pushing buttons. That warp jump was surprising uneventful. The one a couple of cycles ago, that was rough. The delirium took hold of so many, and the witch was up to her old tricks again. The witch! There's a witch on here? Have you heard? Apparently the lower decks got a big influx of new blood after the last on-world resupply. Is there some pestilence spreading throughout the crew, and that's why I had to make up the shortfall? Last time it was blue leprosy. Is blue leprosy Zinch or Nurgle? Because Nurgle does the sick stuff, but blue's kind of a Zinch thing. Greetings, my lord. You're welcome. I don't know why I said that. Late people interfering in operations. Yeah, okay. Deck Enforcer. What do you... I see you raise your head again. I'll hand you over the tech priests for servitorization. Ooh. Grimmer's hard work, bang his head in fear of avoiding even looking at you.
Rise
Okay.
to the top or get left in the dust.
What? Did I say that? Also, I have no idea where bro went. Noble guest. Okay. Sure. Crew officers. Heard the Seneschal gave the senior officers another public dressing down recently. I don't know what it's for this time, but the Western should latch any slip up in this use of someone fearful. I went the right. I guess I went the right way. As you approach, something in the servitor's body begins to hum, as in response to your presence. After a couple seconds, the noise resides. Dang, bro, that's messed up. All right, let's go.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Man, I'm 40 minutes into this recording and I haven't even started. I don't know if I have time to look around. Probably a little less since I'm gonna cut some parts of the character creation process. Oh!
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Maybe this is why we don't make robo-slaves. Move! Why'd you just stand there and let him do that? Guys, you gotta walk away. Okay. I mean, I guess they handled it.
Your demise is already calculated.
To survive in the grim darkness of our future, you will face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. These hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system. Sure. You've been ambushed. Okay. Start the battle. It went through him and you missed? That's impressive, honestly. Oh my god. See, I told y'all to walk away. This is going crazy. Joint analysis. Okay. All battles in the game are turn-based and take place on a grid. On their turn, the character can move, attack, and use abilities. Select the highlighted area and double-click to move there. Movement points. Where are those on my screen? Right here, I think. Determine how far a character can move on their turn. 1 MP responds to the cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Excuse me. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 MP. That's an interesting way of doing that. At the beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their max value. Note that once a character starts moving, it can't be cancelled. Okay. So I can go 1 diagonal, and that's fine. But a second diagonal, that's 3. Interesting. And what do I have? Run and gun. And the surefire plan thing. I can shoot. And I can reload. Can I just shoot him from here?
I'll make it happen.
Blam! And then, do I need to move? You're ready to end your turn, press space or click the end turn button in the bottom right. Got it. I probably just take my own advice and move farther away from them, right? Or is it too late? Because I shot, I can't move anymore. Okay. I'll just end my turn and see what happens. Kablowy. God, y'all suck. I mean, Emperor, y'all suck. My dude. Why are you just analyzing everything? Do something, man. Okay, so I can use this, right? And that makes my next shot do more.
On it.
Unless I miss. Well, that was a bummer. Character just missed. To increase your hit chance, equip your character with decent weapon and place him on a vantage point. Abilities and talents, improve weapon skill. Yes, yes. Perception. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, I just get the 1 shot, right? And I should have moved again. I feel like okay. I'm messing stuff up. Well, I'll get it. It's first combat. Hey, hit him. Conrad, are you gonna help at all? Analyze? Yeah, okay. Analyze. You're probably like buffing me somehow by doing that, I assume, but okay, let's move away from the the beat you up, murder man? Nope. Nope. There. To make attacks and use abilities in combat, must spend action points. Oh, wait. Action points. That looks the same as the movement points, or is this the action points? I see. To a clack, left mouse button on single shot. Chance of hitting, yes. Certain abilities are considered attack options and only can be used once per turn. Okay. Is this saying it costs movement points? Soldier gains 3 MP, their next attack costs 1 less, and does not count towards the attack limit per turn. Until end of next turn, become winded. Okay. Shoot.
I'll see to it personally.
Bruh! This is why I took the luck guy, the luck class, Voidborn. Because I just am the unluckiest man around. I don't know. What is this? Oh, my character sheet. Got it. Please. Yeah, make Conrad do something. He just... No. 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 That's what I call a dodge tank. Oh!
Glory of the Imperium!
See, you should have been doing that the whole time. Characters with melee weapons block adjacent enemies' ability. Oh, their ability to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Got it. Pistols and shotguns are an exception to this rule. They can be fired at point blank. Got it. So I just want to try my abilities out. I get 3 extra movement, right? Yeah, 9. Okay. And I can buff myself with that. So I can move.
Let's
It's super
make
far
some
away.
Opportunities.
I don't know if being far away lowers my chance to hit.
I'll see
45%.
to it personally.
Well, that's 3 misses in a row with like a almost a coin flip chance. I guess I should be finding out if
I'll make it happen. I'll see to
Move
it
it
personally.
closer. God dang, that's 4 in a row. This is a tutorial. I have a feeling Conrad's not supposed to carry you through the tutorial. I could scarcely believe it on a day
What
like this.
suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Good reinforcements? Spread out, no one is allowed to enter the premises. Stations!
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Master Whispers gives you a curt bow. I can't bow back? Alright. I guess I'm the Lord? Question mark? Okay. You can open the map with M. Got it. What the? Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Windows look into the next room, not outside the void ship. You can't make anything out through the cloudy glass. Only the weak light flickering through from that side. Okay. Deck Enforcer, Deck Enforcer. Violet alloy, which upon closer turns out to be handcrafted objects. Symbols are carved into it. Interesting. Black shard resembling obsidian. Strange, barely perceptible glow in it. Massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. Cool. Stone on pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hues as if someone has captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock. Interesting. Who's the geologist on this ship? They love rocks. Strange objects resemble sea coral as porous surface is pitted, a sign that's been underwater. And gray-green crystal with white veins, low hum. A veiny crystal. Ew, I don't like that. And it's humming at me? That's even worse. Exhibit is unfinished. Another symbol of household Galactus valor will be displayed here at some point in the future. I thought I could inspect the
I
body.
always
Yeah,
keep my options open.
Why is the servitor's head is still smoldering? It would seem the cause of this malfunction was short-circuiting of the motor force. Tarantula sentry gun constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicus using a standard template construct. Sure. Lehman Rust battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the Emperor, the first to breach the capital's walls on the pacification of Vortes Shion. Okay, Lehman Rust is one of the Primarchs.
Keep your wits
The
about
wolves
you.
guy? Space wolves? We got servants, enforcers. You have a name. So from now on, any tinkering with the vacuum locks is to be carried out with the presence of esteemed tech priests. Sure. Oh. This computer on their decks move with a loud grinding noise. It's a cool little cutscene. Whoa. Okay. So elevators, got it.
Let us not dawdle.
Let us not dawdle. I hate dawdling with my lettuce. What do we got? Just barricades, officers, people yelling at each other. Got it, got it. More of the same, okay. Oh. You have weird hair. Are you the rogue trader?
That is
Yep.
simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Huh. Simply rational, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension, his face, half of which is covered by sin skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. What the heck is sin skin?
Then suggest an
I
alternative.
knew
that
a
will
weird-haired
satisfy
lady
me.
was the
I
rogue
have
trader.
described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room. Your first impression of Adelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over lightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. Ugh. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by slight tic, and the jerky movements are all a sign of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. Which one of you is Adelthrad? Is that you with the sin skin on your face? Or is it you here? I can't tell. In stark contrast to Adelthrad, Theodora's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything, no they're not. Everything seems to emphasize the difference between her and Adelthrad. Between the two of them, you see two more men. I see, okay, so he is Adelthrad, and these are the two extra men. Gray-haired officer incapable of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. And the other is a behemoth bristling with holsters, baldricks, and containing all manner of weapons. Yeah, okay. Got it.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is staring straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive.
Consider this hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say. But attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crew sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Okay, before I even look at the options, I'm just gonna say, it sounds like there's some creature or something living in the caves, and they think it's a spirit, but it's actually just some predatory animals. The spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. Hey, look at that. First verify that is indeed the case, and its population engages in xeno worship. Probably what I'm gonna pick, but let me skim the rest of these. Cost several cycles to do so to give us the answer. If my particular life experience and indication, some of the natives would eagerly betray their chieftains in exchange for quiet life streaming aboard my ship. I would then leave, dealing with Aeon 6 to those who know best. Reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. However, put my interest first. Must be purged to the good of the Imperium. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Xenos thing. Check if they're Xeno worshippers.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Or it may not.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to
You must be my
eradicate.
competition,
I
Edelthread.
suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
What? Kindly consequences. So I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was more than you could do, Edelthread.
Insolent, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
Jesus, okay. Sim.
So, why are you here?
Theodora's case follows him as he leaves and turns to you. Was it not you who sent for me?
You have ceded the opening that was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in the Emperor's service. Immutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, lickspittlery, compulsion to please. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence
So she asked me what I wanted, and I was like, I don't know, what do you want? And she's like, you idiot. Why would you give up your opportunity to ask me for something? Stop groveling to me like everyone else. Got it, okay.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a
I'm not
rogue
gonna remember any of that.
trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Okay. Congratulations.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Okay. Like, when the hour comes, is it when you die? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate.
Pardon me with that. Okay, continue.
Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood.
Okay.
Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Kunrad Voidgear made his mistake. Interesting. Did I hear you correctly? He's related to you?
His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and
Okay.
as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him.
Interesting.
Voitvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory. Or it used to be, at least.
Thank you for clarifying. Can I ask my questions now? The box of fitted doer suddenly comes to life, but I can't make it
I
out.
have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator, translation, what are these things you speak of? Well, she would hate that. Gracious Lord Captain, surely there's ways I can prove myself. So, where's the ship headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals.
Okay.
Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Navigator, translations, what are those?
Sometimes I forget that people without direct access to a ship's
I mean, I'm a
bridge may not know
Voidborn,
the
so I
first
should
thing about how a
probably know
void
that,
ship
actually.
travels between the stars.
But me don't know that. My character should.
Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours.
Okay.
That is
I
how
did kinda know
humanity
that.
spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
I'm gonna tell her about the servitors going berserk.
Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Okay.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's say, what are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Got it. I'm not saying that one.
In that case, I shall head to...
Uh-oh.
Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh! They just opened the door like that? They have that kind of access? This is a full-on, like, cultist attack. Okay, geez.
I'll make an example out of you.
Your Emperor will
Initiative.
save you.
All combatants enacted turns, and the turn order is turned by initiative roll. The order of turns is played on the left side. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of dudes. Order of turns, the character at the very bottom goes first. Oh, I had it backwards. Okay, so they go first, then like 3 dudes, then me, then more dudes. Got it. Start. Maybe I can freaking hit something this time.
My place is at the fore.
Let's see.
Reduced to
Oh.
dust.
Just decapitate that man? Yeah, he did. He just hit the freaking head all the way at my feet. Oh, the Melta.
Serve the ruinous powers!
Which one?
Chaos guides me.
Just all of them? Okay. Eh.
Death to the weak.
8. Use cover to avoid enemy attacks. Cover that character combat and mark the shield. Yeah, I kind of figured that one out already. Okay. Well, I'll take cover here.
Don't let your guard down.
Then I should have done this first so I could move and then shoot. But oh well. Surefire
It's
plan.
as good as done.
Give myself the buff. And just 95% kill that guy.
Your end was
Yeah.
inevitable.
I'm hitting stuff this time. Woo! Are these my buffs? Oh, that's why. Theodora's giving me a 50 ballistic skill. Okay. Got it. And then I don't think there's anything else I can do. End my turn. Mort. And Adel.
Out of my way.
Our tanky boy over here.
Non-believers. Ah!
Okay, you can attack
Just a
diagonally.
minor
That's good to know.
setback.
Oh,
Follow
get him,
my lead.
Theodora.
I took care
Oh,
of
he
this
cleaved. Nice. That one's almost dead. What the? Damn, bro.
My faith strengthens me.
My fifth.
To the glory
Oh.
of the Imperium.
It's interesting.
Chaos guides
Not how I
me.
expected Meltas to work from Space
I
Marine.
serve the ruinous powers.
Positive effect. Yeah, okay. That's the ballistics, whatever. If I go here, can I hit that guy from here? I don't know that I will be able to. Maybe I'll just move here. Running gun. So I can move. Oh, that's who can hit me. I see. He's only got like 2 HP, so I don't really want to focus on him. 7 to 11. Let's
I'll
buff
see to it
myself.
personally.
Pretty low chances to hit. We'll see.
Who if not me?
Oh, I hit the wall. Try again.
On it.
Nope, you hit the wall again. Alright. I tried. Ow. Girl, he was almost dead already. Careful, your companions can get hurt from your burst attacks. Burst attacks or area attacks. Got it.
Die.
Don't friendly fire people. They don't even need me. They got this. Nope. I can't tell if I'm missing or like it's just not lined up right. I assume I'm just missing. It's because he has cover, so it just hits the wall instead of him like dodging it or anything. Bro, speaking of dodging, he just dodged whatever that is. Probably won't dodge this Melta shot. He did dodge the Melta shot. He got pushed out of cover though. That helps me.
I'll make it
Running
happen.
gun. Over here. Should hopefully have a better shot at him from here.
I refuse.
Buff myself. And blast him.
You never stood a
Yeah,
chance.
let's go. I took his arm off. Okay. That was fun.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single
I crit him.
son survive.
Got it. Okay.
Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh?
Why would I?
Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes
I'm used
them
to this.
that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Got it. Okay, what? A little over an hour? I can keep going. Soon about to disrupt the communication with the Navigator Sanctum. We should already approach the translation point. Uh-oh. Which way? They came from that way, I think Mort ran off this way. Oh yeah, what is this? I wanted to see what that was. Oh, I hear shooting. Massive metal structure never stops moving for a moment. Light bounces off orbits and figures representing celestial bodies. Astrolabe? The word for that? Hey, y'all need help? Y'all need help? What are you shooting at? Oh. Can I shoot him? No. This is like a cutscene. Okay. This way?
I always have a backup plan.
I hope it was this way. Heretic's body is riddled with holes. An improvised single shotgun lies smoking in his hand. Oh, okay. Master at Arms is a little injured. Hey, Mort. There you are. What the? What are you doing to them? Oh, someone got him from the side. Reinforce.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Ah, there he is. Kunrad.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort,
You tell him, Mort.
pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Okay. Oh, no need.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my
Seriously, you're
Arch-Militant
messing
just
up,
destroyed
Master of
several more
Whispers.
heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Okay. We must provide immediate assistance to those still on the middle decks. Perhaps we can stop this wave from spreading.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once.
Her expression changes as her eyes flash ominously.
Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
Makes sense, he is a
I
psyker.
tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Okay.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study.
Arch-Militant
And
Mort?
it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Ethelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Ethelthrad's psychic powers.
Are you asking for me to help you? Is that what that was?
Then it's settled. Find Ethelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I hear and obey, Lord
Move
Captain.
out. Mort, come.
Is that the elevator? I thought she was telling us to take that path. I guess she was saying that's where she's going. Alright, Conrad, let's go figure it out.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
You're not feeling me, Lord Captain made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk. Or a proposition that's the more important person you can go in front and shield me. Lord Captain has made it clear that relying on you is fraught with risk.
I see you have quickly earned Lady Theodora's trust. If she is already sharing her
I just shook
closely
my
guarded
desk, sorry about that.
secrets with you. But that is no longer relevant.
Okay. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. I wondered if it was him. Like, it couldn't have all happened without him knowing about it. I promised you a special destiny, Zale. It's time to fulfill it. That's why he wanted me alone with him. Like, I knew it couldn't have all happened without the Master of Secrets knowing about it. Like, it has to be... He has to be in on it. I'm kind of surprised this big bad rogue trader lady didn't pick up on it, honestly. What? That was unnecessary. I'm gonna kick you in the foot and wake you up.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
What's a warrant? Sacred relic that reaffirms... Ah, they're trying to steal the warrant. Fuck Devere, you two-faced scum. You were behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you.
Better start fucking squeezing like it's a juicer, because I'm not giving you
We are
shit.
in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel. An ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind.
She did say that had been like stripped of him
Will
somehow.
offer
I
your
wonder
blood
how.
to the Sentinel.
Are you doing this? What is it? Inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel? No intention of helping you. You let me join you. We can take the warrant from Theodora together. What is it? You inbred?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind.
Oh, he's
Fond
corrupted.
fancies. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Coercion succeeded. What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched pizza? Grok shit.
Wretched.
Yeah,
What
wretched.
do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Oh, he's like
Once
full
my work
blown
is done,
chaos. Okay.
I'll make that pompous wench von Valencia's watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Vodgear hesitates for a second and produces a strange weapon, a blade without a handle that shimmers blue in the light. Is it the veiny crystal? I knew something was wrong with that. Oh, God. The blade flashes in the dim light, and drops of blood appear on your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous. Your head is spinning. And then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with a single urge. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Go to the gate. Fight the voice in your head. Get out! I'm not your puppet! The voices in the head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. You feel this intruding influence, forcing you onto your feet and making you take a step towards the gates. You were wounded by the corrupted weapon, which led to a warp entity invading your mind. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Is that the Sentinel? Skills trees and dialogue. One of them available dialogue options requires making a skill test. Unlike with passive tests, which are made automatically, in this case you can decide whether or not to select the consequences of which will depend on the result of the associated test. Success or failure depends on how dialogue develop. Depending on the context, you may change the course of the conversation, alter the attitude, or perform an action. The number indicates the difficulty. Okay. Well, it says it's 100%, right? Tech use 75. Chance 100%. In the archway, you see a cogitator with human, which is a digital computer with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches silently. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine. Succeed. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator, what immediately catches your eye is a strange alloy that was used as a material in the components, one of which is unfamiliar to you. You suspect this may be some kind of archaeo relic. Incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. Servitor begins to move. With a screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward. Closer to me, its jaw opens out with a shriek. Much wider than the human jaw should. It's filled with sharp metallic fangs. Vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing a string of mysterious symbols. A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Horger wounded you with the blade do not go away. On the contrary, their source has coiled itself tight knot somewhere in the depths of my mind. Man, I got Mind Flayer parasited again. Examine it, place my hand in it, look back, look for anything that could be used as a weapon. You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon, but it's in vain. It's completely empty and in perfect condition, nary a broken panel or protruding piece of rebar in sight. I'm gonna look back.
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
I'm gonna examine it again. Looks noticeably different from the ones I'm used to. Its skin is stretched together with copper thread. Metal hinges in place of joints. Its creators did everything to ensure the service life of this unit would be much longer than ordinary. Well, I got no other option. I'm placing my hand in. Zinch said I had to. Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few drops fall into the throat, and immediately you hear humming as it pumps into motion. The vid screen on the cogitator flickers. Several long moments pass, the Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humors. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from. Cracking like static is the Sentinel. The cogitator is a figment of your weary mind. Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Who is this? Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head as quickly as and subsides as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Okay. That sounds good, right? Yeah! Get him! Yeah! Oh!
Well, there is still another way.
Uh-oh. Where's he going? Uh-oh. It still opens. Check the Warrant Chamber. I shall. Enormous gates match the importance of the thing on the prod they protect. Massive doors are made of heavy metal and look
Is there money to be made?
Probably. There's probably money to be made in here. Is that the writ? Oh my god, it's huge. Let it be known that by my will and the true words of this document, I appoint the person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon them the dynasty of the great. To the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. Uh-oh.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute
Obnubilation.
stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're the
Designed
mobile
as a
unit.
personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects.
Okay.
Mobile unit standing by.
I need to contact someone.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup.
Master, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Does it just have like a big megaphone mouth? And it's got like old-timey hair, question mark? I can't tell. That's funny looking though. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll look at it through this. I need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Silence relays clicking. Second after second passes by. I realize it will not answer me. Okay. Get me out of here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the Warrant Chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay. Game story unfolds. You'll see notifications top of the screen. Yeah, okay. So now I just need to close the thing up. Simple order to the cogitator. The sentinel will lock it up. Okay. Seal it up. I can't take it. That thing is huge.
Master, whatever are you doing in the Warrant Chamber? How did you?
Okay.
Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Seneschal Albard Weshran has lost some of his former polish. His forehead is sweating, and one of the sleeves of his coat torn, soaked through with blood. Nonetheless, despite his heavy breathing, he stands firm in his gaze. It's demanding, although somewhat surprised. After he said that, he surveys the carnage around you, his brow furrows, and places his hand on his weapon. Kunrad Voitvir is a traitor, and we parted ways on the officer's deck. He stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. Bandmaster, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Voitvir openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
He hands you a weapon. I got a las gun, a flak chest plate, and a medkit. Treating injuries. Okay. I'm gonna call it here. I'm about to get into the nitty-gritty inventory management menu navigating. That was a really good intro, though. I'm hooked. I'm excited to do more. If people want to watch more, I'll post more. This has been an hour and a half. I know it's a long video. I honestly don't even really expect anyone to get to this point of the video, but if anyone does, please. I know it's overdone, but like, leave a comment saying you want to see more, or like the video. It tells me people want to see it, you know. Okay, well, thank you anybody who is still here. I appreciate you so much, and yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.